Hi guys, so I am sitting on my floor to do this video because I'm filming it on my iPhone instead of on the Canon because the Canon is not at our house and my computer has given up on life, so I am no longer able to use Final Cut as well. So I'm going to give up on the intro and outro, and they'll be just a little bit raw, the vlogs for the next couple weeks until I get myself sorted out. I've decided, instead of trying to do the 30 to 45 minute roundup post, that I will try to just do a vlog post for each blog post that I do that I think will make a decent vlog, and try and keep it to like 5-10 minutes instead of 25 to 45 minutes, so it's a little bit more digestible. Basically, like, through this Gone Green 2016 series that I'm doing on my blog, I'm trying to find a sustainable solution for different habits and products that I use every day. And what I've been doing is, as I've run out of certain things, I've been researching what sustainable solutions are to what I was using before, or if what I was using before is sustainable. We're currently kind of on the path to go zero waste, but I'm still struggling to find solutions for where we live and what we need for every single part. But we recently got rid of our garbage can because it had maggots in it, and we're going to try and just use the recycling can and the compost and a little jar or small bag for garbage and see how we go. But so for today, I wanted to talk about these, which are Q-tips is what I call them, but I think they're also called cotton buds and cotton swabs in other places. Basically, like, we ran out of our last set, which I think I bought about a year ago, and they had these blue plastic centers. And I'll admit that I may have bought the blue plastic ones to match our bathroom, which is pretty shameful, but at least I'm admitting it. I don't know. But yeah, so I bought these biodegradable ones as a sustainable solution to the plastic ones which I had before. So the difference between these ones and the ones we had before is that conventional Q-tips and other brands that create something that looks like this have a plastic stem. And the problem with plastic is it's a product of the oil industry, which is a non-renewable resource, and it also doesn't biodegrade. So basically, after we throw these out, they break down into smaller and smaller pieces, which gets mistaken by wildlife for food and causes them huge health issues as well. On top of that, there's cotton on each end, and the issue with conventional cotton, whether it's for Q-tips or for t-shirts or for tampons or whatever it is that you're using, is the pesticides that are used to grow that cotton. So the problem with the pesticides is that the farmers who are growing the cotton spray the pesticides, they end up breathing it in themselves. It also gets into the soil and into the water, the fresh water source for that community, and which means it gets into their vegetables, into their animals, which they might be eating, and into themselves through their water and food. So on that level, basically, you're causing or creating an opportunity through that type of farming to cause a number of health issues for the community which lives and works around these cotton farming areas. Some of the side effects of pesticide, what's basically poisoning is what I'm going to call it, are various cancers, developmental disorders, respiratory issues like asthma, childhood leukemia, lymphoma, reproductive issues, and the list goes on. I think there's about 15 to 20 known results of pesticide poisoning. Poisoning is probably the wrong word, but pesticide ingestion, just for the people who grow the cotton. Then when it comes to you, you either wear it as a t-shirt, or you use a tampon, or you use these, and it's probably not as much of an issue with these, but for t-shirts, especially for small children, and tampons, you are still ingesting through your pores or through your vaginal wall the chemicals which have been used to grow that cotton, and on top of that, they've been bleached as well. So it's added to the chemicals which already are there. So in general, whether it's Q-tips or anything else, you want to try and avoid conventional cotton, not only for the people who are growing it, but also for yourself. These ones here are made with organic cotton, so that takes away the chemical issues that are used with conventional cotton. And on top of that, the stems are made out of recycled cardboard, and there's other ones that are made out of recycled paper. All of those will biodegrade. I think it's within 90 days is what I read, but I'll double check that. It's in the blog post, which is linked in below. The other option is these, and this one here is by a company called La Mazzuna, which has a little shop over on Rue Louis Blanc here in Paris. These are made out of bamboo, which means it's a renewable resource. Bamboo grows about 24 inches in 24 hours. It will biodegrade at the end of its life cycle. And the other thing is that it prevents you from using these in your ears in a way that we're not supposed to. So basically our earwax is made up of dead skin cells and natural secretions, and it's there to keep water and bugs and bacteria out of our ears. And when we shove these things in there and swish them around, we're basically pushing the wax deeper into our ears. So this is a sustainable solution. It's probably the most zero-waste solution that is on the market or is available, apart from just leaving your ears alone completely. And it will keep you from shoving your contraption too far into your ear, because you can just get out anything that might be unaesthetically showing itself from your eardrums. The only issue that I kind of see with this is that anytime I put on makeup, I need to use these to get my mascara and eyeliner or whatever I put on my face off my face, because I can't seem to do it in a way that doesn't make a big fat mess. But the guy who invented these Q-tips actually invented them because his wife was using like a matchstick and a little bit of cotton on the end to like put little creams and whatever on their baby, and so he decided to create these to make it easier for her. But I think you could kind of take a note from his wife and do the same thing, just put a bit of toilet paper or a bit of cotton on the end for things like what I have to do to get mascara off my eyeballs at the end of my makeup routine. These all come with a different colored ball, so you can have one for each family member and know which one's for your ears. The only other thing that I learned about these when I was researching is that people who come from European or African descent, and I know we all come from one African mother and it's beautiful, but I think in terms of this, they're talking about more recent evolution. So everyone else in the world, apart from Africans and Europeans, have a drier, more flakier earwax, so you're really just like kind of flicking it out, whereas Europeans and Africans have a wetter earwax, which means that these are going to get a little bit more goopy-doopy because our earwax is a little bit grosser. But it does work. I've tried it now for the past 2 or 3 days, and I probably won't rebuy the conventional or the biodegradable Q-tips because I'm trying to go zero waste, so I think we're going to switch to these. But in the meantime, these Q-tips will probably last, another year or so. I've linked in below the blog post that I wrote about these two products, and I've also in the blog post put a biodegradable and bamboo option for each English-speaking country, because it's the main people that read my blog. If you can't find a biodegradable or bamboo option for the country that you live in, just comment below and I'll help you find one. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below as well. And if you liked this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, I think the button's like over there. I think if you subscribe, you get an email every time I post a video. So if you don't have time to read my daily blog posts, this is probably a much quicker way, because you can just listen with your earphones while you're doing other stuff, or sit down and chill and watch it if you want. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thanks. Bye.